Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is DarkJack, and today I would like to share with you my official response to the information leaked in the Game Informer magazine. Now, a few days ago I posted a video with links to that magazine, and now I'd like to give my official response, so I'm going to read to you my response. Now, after reading the magazine, there are 8 things I think that Halo players are going to disapprove of, and that are not going to be very popular. First of all, through playing multiplayer, you earn Spartan points, which are used to unlock armor abilities and weapons you can put in your loadout. What this means is that there is no longer a level playing field for all players. New players will be at a disadvantage to players who already have all of the armor abilities and weapons unlocked, just like in Call of Duty. In Halo 2 and 3, everyone started out with the same weapon, and there were no special abilities, but now that balance is completely gone. Halo as an arcade first-person shooter with consistent starting weapons and known power weapons and power-ups at certain places on the map is now dead. That game no longer exists. Secondly, sprint is now a default armor ability. Just like in Halo Reach, there will be people sprinting around the map performing double beatdowns, except now they will be using camouflage. So imagine a whole team of people all using camouflage and sprinting around. Imagine how frustrating that's going to be to deal with. A problem that game developers have is that they don't anticipate how good players will abuse the mechanics and maps in their game. Thirdly, Forerunner vision allows players to see through walls, but Frank O'Connor has clarified that you can't use it to see every player on the enemy team, so it's going to be like Blacklight Tango Down's special ability where you can see players through walls, except with a limited radius. So I don't think that's going to work. I think it's going to make flanking very frustrating and difficult to perform. It's going to slow the pace of the game down because you'll always be able to see the enemy team coming. Fourth, jetpack and armor abilities are back. So sorry bumper jumper users, but you won't be able to use the jetpack and aim at the same time. You're still going to have to deal with jetpack campers who use the jetpack to get to places in the map that you can't unless you're using it. And they'll be able to use sprint with the jetpack. Fifth, there is no firefight. Firefight was a fun game mode that has a lot of fans, and they're not going to be happy about this change. You also can't play it as an elite in multiplayer, so sorry elite fans. 6. Random power weapon drops. So which power weapon each team gets is going to be randomized. So one team could get a rocket launcher while the other team only gets a shotgun, which means that the outcome of many games will be determined by what power weapon each team gets. So if the score is tied 45 to 45, one team gets a rocket launcher, the other team gets a shotgun, the one that gets the rocket launcher is probably going to win. That sounds a lot like the Modern Warfare 3 game type drop zone, where care packages fall out of the sky, and then the care package reward that you get is random. So people will get power weapons that they don't deserve. 7. Instant respawn times in Team Slayer. What this will do is ruin the flow of the game, because respawn times serve a purpose. They allow one team to gain map control over the other. But with instant respawn times, that's going to ruin the flow of the game. 8. Joining games in progress. It will be extremely frustrating to join a game in progress where the other team has power weapon and map control, and you just get spawn killed over and over again, especially in big team battle, because you weren't not there from the beginning of the game, and people quit out of games because they are losing. So when you join a game in progress, you take the place of the person who quit out because they are losing, and then you die when it's not your fault. Now, Halo 2 sold over 8 million copies, which is the best-selling Halo game of all time. What 343 Industries needs to do is recapture that magic, rather than trying to reinvent the wheel when they already have a winning formula. What Halo fans want is not the same as what Call of Duty fans want. Making an entirely different game is just going to alienate their hardcore fan base. That's why Peter Nepley, the Gears of War 3 multiplayer lead, said on Twitter when the info was just leaked, "LOL at Halo 4 Tears. It's obviously fake news, nubs. Great shoulder nod to the author," because he knows that this is the exact opposite of what Halo fans want. What these changes will do to the Halo community is split it in two. The longtime Halo fans who enjoyed Halo 3 and MLG, they're going to only want to play the MLG playlist and the ranked playlist if there is one, whereas the casual gamers are going to want to stick to the default playlist, because when they play MLG and the playlist that the competitive gamers like, they're going to get destroyed. And so because the MLG playlist in Halo 4 will be so different from the default playlist, MLG will struggle to increase its fan base. So its fans will enjoy playing default matchmaking, and vice versa. So new players are going to enjoy playing Call of Duty because of the high level of skill of the players in it. And that's similar to how Black Ops is now, with the Express playlist and with the competitive playlist that not many people play, because the people who play it are so good at the game. So will I still play Halo 4 and buy it? Yes, I still plan to buy Halo 4 for you guys, because I'm going to be making YouTube videos for you, showing you the game, reviewing it, giving you tips and tricks. But after a few months I may trade it in for Grand Theft Auto 5, if the multiplayer is as bad as I think it's going to be. And that's why 343 is adding Spartan Ops, so people won't trade the game in because of free DLC, which is going to be released over the course of several months. Halo 4 has changed the multiplayer formula of Halo from an arena first-person shooter to an arcade first-person shooter like Call of Duty, because of Call of Duty's success, and game development is a copycat industry. Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops are numbers 1 and 2 in population on the Xbox, so Halo 4 is copying this formula for success. And that, in a nutshell, is why 343 is making these changes. They know that people like me will continue to buy their game, no matter how bad the multiplayer is, because of our interest in the story. We have an emotional investment in the Halo story, and we know that renting the game is just not an option, because every copy of it in Blockbuster will be checked out the day it is released and never returned back. So the story of Halo 4 is designed for Halo veterans who have played all of the previous games and want to know what's going to happen to Master Chief and Cortana, whereas the multiplayer is designed for Call of Duty fans who want to play Call of Duty Space Warfare in order to sell the most copies. This way they include both the longtime Halo fans and the Call of Duty casuals who have very little Halo experience who move from game to game. In other words, 343 has made a huge gamble by betting that fans of the Halo franchise will buy Halo 4 just because of a great story, and the fact that it has Halo in the title, even though the multiplayer is no longer plays like Halo 2 or 3 at all. Halo as an arena first-person shooter is now dead, and it has been replaced by an asymmetrical, progressive, and locking arcade first-person shooter in the mold of Call of Duty. I predict that Halo 4 will sell well, but like Halo Reach, the multiplayer population will plummet after 2 to 3 months, and people will move on to Black Ops 2. Because when Halo tries to be like Call of Duty, there is no longer any need for Halo, because you can play a better version of Call of Duty in Black Ops 2. It's probably too late in the design cycle for 343 to make many changes to the multiplayer, but hopefully they will listen to the community and make Halo the game we want it to be, not the game that Microsoft wants it to be, because we the fans are the ones who buy the game, not Microsoft. So, will you still buy Halo 4, or will you just rent it? And I'll catch you guys later. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll leave you with some funny images I found. Peace.